Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So this video is kind of a long one. If you want to see it sped up with no speaking, just music, there'll be a link at the end of this video, or you can look on my channel. I always like to, just put a speed through for people that want to watch it, and then for people who like to sit and listen to me talk and vlog and all that. Well, not really vlog, but you know what I mean. It's available. Look at all that delightful glitter. She's drying still a little bit, but she came out so pretty. And she's for sale at my Etsy. The link's down below, or you could just search Knitting and Things Kelly Donovan. Um, if you're interested in buying her, it's free shipping. So, as well as other paintings and stuff on my uh, Etsy is free shipping as well. If it's bought within the next day or tomorrow, it'll go out Monday. Hopefully, you'll get it by Christmas Eve, but you'll have it by next week. I know that shipping's all weird and all, but I love the way she came out. It's hard to see with the lighting a little bit, but she came out, and I put "Be Your Own Hero" because I think in this upcoming year, we need to, be our own heroes and try to not depend on others for our happiness, but yeah, I guess don't depend on somebody else for your happiness. So I have a lot of stuff coming out, and as well, I am there'll be a little, which I will tape to the back, and then you can do with what you wish. A little piece of crystal amethyst that is cleansed and charged with my energy, if interested, for your self. If you buy this and you want the crystal, please put it in notes on the uh, Etsy, thing where you put your address and all. If you don't want it, some people don't want it. Let me know as well. And yeah, you let me know either way, and I'll put a little crystal. I got some good stuff coming up, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Bye, guys. Hey guys, so I'm going to talk a little bit through this video, and then probably towards the end I will probably add music because it's quite a long video. And if you're interested and want to watch this all sped up with just music to watch me go through it, that's also on my channel. I'll try to remember to link it at the bottom, below. But this is a picture that I drew a while ago to do a painting with. And she was kind of going to be like a clownish kind of thing. It was going to be a little bit more creepy or a little bit whatever. And today I have been looking at my one book that I have that I write in my journal. It's not my spell book, but it's my book that I write my Wiccan stuff down in, and thoughts and different kind of things. People call it a different thing, but I'm not getting into different things, but I'm not going to get into that today. So I put up a video the other day about the new year and how I want to make not only continue making my art and stuff like that, which I love because I love encouraging and inspiring people, beginners, people who are disabled, everybody. I love encouraging people to art and to teach them different things that if you're starting out or you don't have a lot of money, you're not stuck to just having to go buy art supplies that you might not be able to afford. And I've been through ups and downs of having a lot of money, both my husband and I working, me becoming ill, staying home raising the kids, my husband making really good money, to my husband not making that great of money, him starting his own business and making okay money, and disability and blah, 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 blah. We all have our story, right? So I know what it's like. So I have, in all my years, I've been doing this for, gosh, forever, for as long as I can remember, drawing, painting, that kind of thing, jewelry, clay, um, since I was little, and doing it with my kids and having to find things and ways around the house to be able to do what I wanted to do. So that's why I love showing more technique than a start to finish of what I do. I know a lot of you like to see start to finish what I do. Um, and so I do that, I try to do that. This is what this is. And it's my thought process. You're going to see me screw up a lot. You're going to see what I do to fix it. You're going to see how many times I paint the face and different things that I do, because it happens to all of us. And believe me, on this day, this is like a couple of days in a row, because um, I just have not been on point. As a lot of you know, this is not a good month for me. And is it ever a good month, really? And I've been fighting through it, and I've been trying to stay positive. And so I don't know. I just want to start the new year out. So I am going to do a separate video about this, but I'm going to get, a art journal. I'm either going to make it or, use one or get one or what have you. And that's going to be my journal. I am debating on whether doing it once a week, which I probably will end up doing, or once a month. I don't know. I want to start doing positive intentions. I know a lot of you are not Wiccan or pagan, and you don't believe in the spells and that type of thing. So I decided I'm going to do what I do, what I want to do. And I'm going to try to make it friendly enough for everybody, and that you don't have to do a spell or whatever. But at the end of the video, I'll add a small spell that you can do, a candle spell for yourself or somebody, and I'm going to add that in the end. So that way, if you want to do an art journal page with me on intention or whatever it is, you can, and you don't have to be like listening to me go on and on about a spell that you're not interested in. So it'll be at the end of the video for those who are interested, and I'll put like a timestamp, that kind of thing. That's my puppy. I don't know what's wrong with her today. She just wants me to hold her, and she's shaking because she wants to go to sleep. And anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Just letting you guys know. And I'm excited because I need some positivity. I need something to focus on. I need to put more positivity out there. I really try hard on my channel to be positive. I do try to share some of my story with you guys, but not so much where it's so depressing, because I know it could be depressing. So I don't tell you every day, battles or doctors will put, like stuff like that all the time, because I just don't want, I don't know. It's just depressing. You know what I mean? And I love hearing your stories. You guys, so many of you write me and tell me your stories, or, write me on Facebook. You guys send me letters in the mail. I mean, it's lovely, and I enjoy it thoroughly. I want to know your stories. I want you to know that I'm here for you. And, please don't get upset if I don't respond the way you want me to, or, as fast as you may want me to. I get it, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? I get a lot. So I really try to be, my puppy, I really try to be as courteous as I can, as quickly as I can. You know what I mean? But please never hesitate. I promise to the gods, I promise, I'm going to start a live stream. I'm going to start live streams. I don't know how, if we'll art together, talk. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm probably just going to be like, hey, I'm live, and see who jumps. I really will try not to do it when somebody else is live, because that is something that, I want to make sure I don't do to somebody else, but, do what I can do. And yeah, so I'm going to do that. So many of you have, been asking, when are you going to do it, Cal? When are you going to do it? And I'm going to do it. So yeah, so then we'll be doing that as well. And then I'll also put it on my channel. So if you can't make it, you can have a replay to watch. But I think it's going to be important for people like me who, like I said, are chronically ill, who struggle with depression and anxiety, who, oh, this dog, who, you know, has all these issues, all these issues. So yeah, so very quickly, I'm just painting the face. I am using Ceram Coat, and it is old parchment, and it's a little yellower than I tend to use. I like to use a more, I don't want to say beigey, but when I think of parchment, I think of writing on like a off-white page. Do you know what I'm saying? This was not that. However, if you looked at my skin, I'm Italian and I got a yellow undertone, and it don't play. You know what I'm saying? I got that underneath. So I kind of kept it because I was like, I'm not going to fuss with it too much. It dried nice once everything else was done, but that's what I went with today. I didn't shade. She's just a straight up folk art girl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's Ceram Coat. It's from Delta, and Ceram Coat honestly is, I have like the best colors that I love from Ceram Coat. Yeah, it's Delta. I don't know who makes this. Delta Creative, yeah. And oh gosh, that's where I get my green paints that I love, and a lot of colors. So if you ever see me using that, which I've used it quite a bit, there's a brown that I love. Uh, I use it. I use it quite a bit. And I'm just painting on a couple coats. I screwed up the lips on here, and you're going to see, like I said, I made a lot of mistakes on here. I do, however, show you how to fix them, which you're going to, you know, you'll see as it goes on. But I love the way she came out. I did her hair a little different than I normally do hair. So, you know, and like looking at it now, like I'm looking at her done here on my desk, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that, should have. And you know what? I just need to let her be and just be proud of what it is and what she came out. I did the eyes so they were more, you know, symmetrical, the nose, the lips, you know, and I just kind of did it. But what I did was, you'll see her necklace through it, because I always love putting something, I don't know, something odd in my stuff. Because I was thinking, so many of you wrote me and said that I should just call you my odd girls, like my weirdos, my odd girls, you know. Because I can never think, everybody has like a name, and I don't have a name for anybody. I'm just like, you're my loves. I love you guys. And so I don't know. You're my oddities. You're my, I don't even know. So yeah, anyway, but I like to do something a little off is the best way to describe me as well. So her heart is off. And I did that purposely just to kind of, you know, because we're all a bit off, I think. Yeah, so you'll notice that that stays there. I don't fix that. And I hated the lips, so I just went over with my paint. And the great thing about acrylic paint is no matter what brand you use, it paints over. Like it's forgiving. And that's why I love, you know, acrylic paint so much, and I don't work much in watercolor. First of all, I can't grasp watercolor to save my life. I can't paint in it. I can use it in mixed media and do backgrounds and this and that. But if you ask me to paint in like a face or whatever in watercolor, it would be a big struggle. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I'm using some Faber-Castell markers, and I'm just going in my normal green eyes that I do. And I'm adding some blue. That's a Sharpie. And I also have Bics, so don't, come here, honey. You know, so use the markers that you have. These are permanent markers, you know, the Bics and the Sharpies. You can get them at the dollar store now, at Dollar Tree. You can get the, they have Sharpies there, so go grab them because I use them a lot. All they are is like cheap Copics. They're alcohol markers. And I use them, they're permanent, and I use them a lot. Now I'm very blessed. I have some Faber-Castells. Dave had bought me, my husband had bought me, I love these markers so much. No, you're not taking that. Oh, this dog. These are called, I was going to say perimenopausal, but that's not that. They're opaque pigment marker from Sakura. And it's the chisel and bullets. And I have, a bunch of colors that he had bought me. So you'll see me using them, as well as Faber-Castells, which I have tons of. That I bought on clearance eons ago. I always go in the clearance section. I can't tell you guys enough. Go in your clearance section. You can get alcohol inks. You know, they might be colors you already have. They might be, but guess what? If you have a couple extra bucks and they're on clearance and you're like, that's a great price, buy them, because you can experiment. You can use them in so many different ways. You can use them on polymer clay. You can use them on metal. You can use them in, like I showed the other day, I saw somebody left a comment saying that the Dollar Tree had some of the photo paper there, which I play on. I mean, you can use them in so many different ways. So never pass things up, you know, that you can use. And I'm just going in. I go back and forth. But look how different the face looks now, because I changed the lips. Because I always make lips. First of all, I drive. I draw sideways. Gosh, if I drove sideways, eh? I draw sideways, like up, because for whatever reason, my brain, that's the way it processes everything. And the way I sit, I go up. I don't know. I try to do it straight. I put this stuff. It never, ever works. I go uphill. So I do that a lot. So the lips, I end up doing it like that. And honestly, I'm like, oh, it gives her a Drew Barrymore kind of look with her lips. But it bothered me on this one. So I just painted over and I drew them. I used the, like I said, the markers. That's a green one there of the Sakura markers. I'm just adding a little bit of green in there. Green for money for the new year. And I did some colors on here. Like I said, I'm going to add an amethyst if somebody purchased this and they want it. And I'm going to add it, but you can see when this is done, the colors is kind of amethysty that I went with some glitter and like the different purples, a little pink, a little like, oh gosh, I can't even explain it, but I wanted that vibe on here. And I got it, and I'm very happy with it. And this is definitely not my normal colors. I don't think that I do. I think I usually do darker or very much lighter. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who the heck knows what I do? I don't even know. So these markers are Prismacolor, and they are, my dog's chewing the cover to it right now. These are called Fine Line Markers, Archival Quality, Light Fast, Acid Free, Prismacolor Premier, and they came in a package of, I think, 6. And they're like to draw a manga. And I got them, they were on sale, like real cheap. If you have an AC Moore by you, go. They have everything on clearance and on sale, but you can't use your military ID, which I was very upset with, and you can't use any coupons because everything's on sale. But go, because they're closing. Last store closes, I think they said in February, I asked them. So I got a few things that were, you know, some things weren't that cheap yet, and they're cleaned out. I'm going to have Dave take me to a different one to see what they have. But yeah, so we're going to see. We're going to see. But I got them. I got a package of them. I forget how much they were. Maybe 7? Maybe that's how much that's why I bought them. Because I was like, oh, I think $1, you know, whatever, a marker. Because they're usually like sometimes in the late 20s. In the 20s to buy the whole, you know, the package. So. And I'm just drawing. And talking for 16 minutes. I could talk forever. Yeah, and I'm just outlining and stuff. And I did green for money for the new year. Did her eyes green and blue because that's what I usually do anyway because of Emily. Did her little hair. I gave her some bangs. You'll see I do a different kind of hairstyle than I usually do. I do some flipped, like kind of like flip bangs, which I kind of dig. I'm going to play with that more in the next one as I do as well. I got to take a drink. Okay. And I'm just cutting the head. You'll see I had issues gluing her on, and I'm going to tell you why. And I got her fixed. But because I used like printer paper to draw on, which I do all the time, when I put the Mod Podge on and laid it down, I should have done a little bit of Mod Podge, laid her down like the middle of her head, pushed that down, and then kind of like worked my way both sides. I kind of like just put it down on top, not thinking, and she bubbled. Girl, did she bubble. And I had to play with it a little bit. I got it, but you know. So I was going to use this canvas, which was a flat canvas, and I decided to use a, what is it called? A canvas with like a little bit of the outside on it, like a 1/2 inch outside border. Yeah. Instead. Why? I don't know, but I did. I'm just showing you a couple paintings. I think I showed you before because I'm going to finish those up. But not in this video. Marianne McMillan, I've been thinking about you. I don't know if you're going to be watching this or not, but please let me know you're okay. I haven't really heard much from you. That is Bright Pink from Folk Art. And one of my new favorite colors. Girl, where'd you put it? Well, it's a favorite, but you got to find it first. It is called Prussian Blue. You're like, oh yeah, Prussian Blue, durr, that's a color. It is, but I haven't used much of it, and it's a folk art one, of course. I've been obsessed with Andy Jones and it's Paint with Plaid. Let's Paint with Plaid. And I've learned so many tips and treats and tips and what? Tricks? I can't even think. Tips and tricks, Cal. From watching every week from them. Priscilla Hauser's on there, Andy Jones, and all the delightful. Oh, I'm going to be so mad at myself because her name just left my head. If I think about it, I'll mention. But they are absolutely delightful. And so I learned these little, tricks and stuff and different colors that I did not use Prussian blue a lot, apparently. I use blue all the time, but not Prussian. But guess what, girl? I'm going to be using me some Prussian. So I just have a stencil, any stencil, and I'm just wiping it off with a wet rag. I'm gonna be back 1 second. Let me check this dog. Okay, I got it from her. I can hear her out there chewing, and I don't want her to get hurt. Okay. That's the only thing is having a puppy. Like, I either keep my art room door open so I can see her. I crate her, which I could crate her. But I hate crating her because I feel bad, you know what I mean? So, but she's gonna get crated soon if she don't stop. Anyway, so I have just that's a wet sponge, a wet whatever, and it's just another layer that I'm adding some interest, which at the end you can see where some of it is, but some of it gets covered, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Here we go. Child, you need to fix that pinky fingernail. Alright. So here we go with my favorite thing, Mod Podge. Mod Podge Mad. I didn't use the Mod Podge paper, which I probably should have. But honestly, I use the Mod Podge mat so much, and I'm just so used to it. So you see how I put it on? I should have. You can see it wrinkling up right away. And that's what happens when you use thinner paper. And I play with it and roll it. You're going to see. But it kind of bubbled. I was very upset. And then I had to pull it up a couple times and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing this, and then I'm going to make some tortellini with broccoli and Parmesan cheese and butter. Not the healthiest, but Emily's working and Dave's working, and I've been painting all day and doing the video and watching the dog. And I really don't feel like doing much of anything else. So, and I'd like to shower soon. There, so you know. Oh my goodness, guys, please. Everybody's gonna quit watching me. Stop. This is what my life's like anymore with this dog. I don't know what to do. I sat and the problem is she's tired and she wants to she wants me to go lay in the bed with her. She wants to go downstairs. She wants to cuddle with the other dogs. No, that's her barking. Stop. I know I got to show her. Everybody keeps asking me. But I played with her. I threw the ball down the hall today for like 20 minutes with her. And then I was trying to teach her to sit, which was horrific because she just won't. And then I played with her toys and did everything. And she's tired. When she's like sleepy, she shakes. And that's how you know. But she just won't go lay anywhere. Just sit with me for a minute. So yeah, so you see it, I'm trying to like smooth out the bubbles and everything else. Like I said, it took me a minute. And you know, a lot of it, like I didn't put it down like I should have. And then my brain was just like, ugh. So I'm taking a Stabilo and I'm just kind of like bringing her shoulders down because I wanted to put kind of like a dress on her. I didn't necessarily want her to be just floating out in the, you know. Like I said, when I look at it there, compared to when it's done, I love watching people do paintings and stuff like that because it starts one way and it ends a different way, at least for me. I know there are many people out there who paint and do YouTube and teach and that kind of stuff, and their stuff is like A, B, C, D. And I think that's awesome. I'm using one of my jelly prints that I did. And I think that's wonderful, and I wish I could do that. I really do. I can't. I just can't. Now, if I follow somebody, but to sit and do my own, it's an adventure each time. And that's what I end up doing, you know. It starts like this and it ends up like something else. And then I cut it too small because, hey, I measured it. Why would it come out normal like it's supposed to? No, it comes out too small. Ugh. Am I the only one this happens to? But I did not throw that piece of paper away. I was like, girl, that's going in my thing. I'm keeping it. It's going to be used next time. Oh, I got the puppy now. I'm holding her. I'm talking and she's sighing like now I'm bothering her. So I cut another piece, and even though I measured, what do they say? Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, that don't work for me. But there you go. So I'm just going to, again, use the Mod Podge, glue it on. I should have sped this up a little bit more. Sometimes you guys say if I speed things up too much that it makes you dizzy, which completely understand. I'm not laughing at you. I totally get it. But it's like, you know, I don't know. I can't, honestly, I can't win. I can't win either way. People complain it's too long. People want longer, blah, blah, blah. You know, I just try to do it all the best I can and do what I feel like doing, really, because it's, you know, if I don't do what I want to do the way I want to do it, then I get bored and then I don't want to do anything. And, you know, that's why it's important, especially I get asked a lot about starting your own channel. Go for it, but make sure you do what you want to do. And you can't do it for money and you can't do it for the numbers, because let me tell you something, it don't work that way. I'm like, look, if one person watches it and likes it, I'm thrilled. Because years ago, I would have never thought to myself that I would be sitting here doing a video and people actually watched it. Because I'm like, who in the hell wants to watch me? Like, you know what I mean? I talk to myself, I sing to myself, although YouTube has stopped me singing often. Now I'm just coating it all with Mod Podge after I already put it down. She putting it down. She putting it down. There you go. Oh my gosh. This is probably not important to anybody, but gonna make me laugh. I always say, I have said since, I don't know, forever, ever, ever. Who are you, Slick Rick? Who are you, Slick Rick? Right? I mean, I'm talking 30 years. Slick Rick, Slick Rick. The other day, we go on the YouTube to watch YouTube because we'll watch certain things in the morning. And Amoeba, which is a place that in California that sells records, and they'll have like celebrities and singers and stuff go on and say what they've bought, like what records and that kind of stuff. And don't you know, Slick Rick was the one, and we laughed and laughed here. Not that funny, but was to us. Okay, so you can see I'm sticking my brush in, scooching it around, mushing it, and just peeling up a little bit. You got to be careful because that thin paper, printer paper is very thin and it will rip. Trust me. If you knew how many paintings I ruined by ripping it up. But I just took my time, stuffed it in. I stuck it in like a trooper, back and forth, till I got it all around mushed, and then just mushed, you know, like took my brush and cleaned it up and there you go. And it helped it really dried flat. Like you can't even tell now that I had any problems. So I always love when that happens. Now I'm just going to let it dry. And then when I come back, it'll be, you know, dry. And then I guess we work on the face. Yeah, I'm just touching up. I was going to keep her like this as like and I was going to put I'm a survivor. But I thought people would be like, well, you're not a survivor. Like, do you know what I mean? Like for breast cancer or cancer in general. Because I really love the shape of her head. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But I was going to do that, and then I was like, oh no, people might get mad at me. But I think it's important to celebrate people who survive cancer or are fighting in the midst of fighting cancer. So anyway, I ended up not doing that, but I thought, oh, that's a nice shaped head. That is when I say draw an egg upside down. Look at the head, not the neck. That's an egg upside down. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I'm sprinkling a little glitter around. Glitter makes it better. Mushing it, mushing it, mushing it. Because I put glue everywhere, so. Not on the face, though. No glue on the face. I made sure that, you know. Now I'm spraying it with the Mod Podge Ultra, and it's in matte. And that's going to make sure all that glitter right here is down. And Kelly changed the lighting. And there she is. Dry, dry. And my eyes are going to go, those eyes, I put the eyelashes, I take the eyelashes off. I put the eyelashes on, I take them off. Another transformation. I'm just feeling it. Because I like the feeling. That Mod Podge Ultra is phenomenal because I'm trying to decide what color hair to do. That's why I'm putting these there. Because I was going to do like that rusty orange brown. But then I was like, because I didn't exactly know what my words was going to be because I was going to write something else. And then I was like, you know what? Wear whatever hair color you want. Rock you. Rock your style. Who cares? So now I'm just kind of sketching in the hair. Sketching the hair in everywhere the hair. And the Stabilo, if you're not familiar, this dog sheds. If you're not familiar, I'm using just plain magenta, it's called. It's one of my favorite colors, too. It's like, what are Kelly's favorite colors? It's all in this painting. What was I even going to say? I forget now. I'll think about it. I'll remember. What even in the heck was I going to say? Anyway, I am going in with the magenta. And I actually did something different with the hair this time to make it look not so flat, I guess, which I don't care. I usually just do it like one color or what have you. So what I did was I put the magenta down and I went just to double check to make sure that's what I wanted. And then I took some gesso, which if you don't have gesso, use white paint. If you don't have any, if you don't want to, don't do it. But what I did was I did the gesso to make it a little bit lighter, to give me that underneath, and to give me a more opaque color because I'm painting over other colors. What are you lining? Other colors. Now, I like that pink cotton candy color. You know, but I was just wiping my brush on another page. And then I go back in with the darker color. And here's kind of where I'm like, oh, I want to try some bangs. I can't wear bangs, so I got curly hair. And curly hair and bangs on Kelly do not work. Believe me, I've tried. I've tried. So I like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave that in the front for now. And then just paint the rest. So, one second. Going and just painting it in. No worries. You know, like not really, you know, I kind of go to a point on the end. That's because I like it to look more flowing. You'll see, I'll take it to the bottom. And now look, it's so funny watching, like going back and it's like, oh, I shouldn't have taken that one side all the way down. I did, but oh, I kind of like it that length. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Would you stop? She doesn't want you to lay with her. So yeah, so I just am painting that down. Come here, Bubs. She doesn't want to lay with you. I can't help it. Oh, I got two older dogs. I have my dog Spyro and my dog Yoshi, and they don't. I mean, Spyro will lay with him, but Yoshi won't. Yoshi's laying here, and the puppy just wants to go lay. Stop. She doesn't want you to lay on her. So yeah, so you can see putting it on there, and now I'm drawing it. And now's where I add some little bit of shading and that kind of thing. It took me a minute to get there. You're gonna see, as it always does. What's she gonna do? It's always nice to wash my brushes and you can watch my fat uh, arm fat jiggle. Isn't that nice? Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Oh, this dog. Now I'm going and painting the face in over one more time. Oh, this dog. Come here. Come here. Nobody wants to lay with her. The cat. She's out there with the cat. Driving me nuts today. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Luna! Come here, Loon. Oh, my goodness. I apologize so much. I can't. It's like if Emily goes to work, I can't. I don't know what to do. And you can see this is a long video. I mean, this video itself, I think, is an hour. And I sped it up like 2-3 times or whatever it was. So, I mean, it took me a few days. Luna! Come here. Come here. Come here, Loon. You know, so it took me quite a while. So, of course, as I want to do the voiceover, Emily's leaving. Come here. I don't want to play. Come here. Come here. What's that noise? What's that noise? Oh, who's a good girl? So yeah, so okay. So now, like I said, I'm just painting the face, touching up. I think I might even do it one more time. Just to add more layers of the paint to make it more opaque, I guess. You never have to. You could do whatever. Sometimes I'll use colored pencils to draw and then paint over and leave some of that underneath there. Or chalk. I love my chalk things or pastels. I have to make pastels. That's what I'm thinking. Pastels. There goes over them eyelashes. Because Kelly don't like to do the eyelashes. They look like spider legs. So I just I tried like 3 times on here and I just didn't like them. And I tried, I really did, but they just didn't come out how I wanted them. So I ended up taking them off. And I'm using green and blue on the eyes. I end up putting a little bit of the gold. Oh, you know what this is I'm using here? It's Perfect Pearls from Tim Holtz or Ranger or whomever. And I'm using that on her eyes as like eyeshadow kind of thing. I end up changing it a little bit. I add some gold, which you'll see at the end, but I just kind of squeezed it out and I'm just putting it on there as a little bit of eyeshadow because I have a lot of those. I don't know why. I have blues and light pinks, which I should have used the light pink. What was I thinking? Gold, green, like tons of them. So I'll use them more. I'm trying to use up all my supplies that I have. You know, like when I go to paint, I just love using a million different types of things. Like I almost did drippage on here of like a magenta pink, but then I changed my mind. I just didn't, I don't know, I guess I just wasn't feeling it like after it was done. Like to where, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't think this painting should have drippage. The next one probably will. Because I was much more restrained, some kind of strained doing this. Like I really tried to not go too wild. Like I didn't do a lot of, I didn't do stamping at all on the background. And I did use the one stencil and I used some glitter. Like I said, I used the Perfect Pearls. Now I'm just putting some, yeah, I'm just taking that pink with a little bit of gesso, which you could just use white paint and like shearing it out a little bit, you know, because it was really deep. I love the eyeshadow look that came out now, like when I'm done. Sometimes I don't do eyeshadow. It depends on my mood. But like I said, I really tried to keep it more simple on this one. And I love using my jelly prints. Like, I have so many of them laying around, and I'll use them as mixed media paper, or, just like a dress on here or what have you. Love putting them in the die cut and cutting out different shapes. But like I said, go to your Dollar Tree and find permanent markers there. Get whatever colors they have, work with them. Now I was going to pull some of that Perfect Pearls underneath, and I just didn't like it when it went. So I ended up painting over it and taking it off. Isn't that funny when you hold like a baby or an animal, and you hold them up in your arms, and all of a sudden they're going nuts looking at like everything up high, like on shelves or whatever, like they've never seen it before. That's what she's doing now. She's like, oh, what's up there? What's up there? She's a Dachshund Chihuahua mix, and she is so OCD and hyper, and I don't know what to do for her. I play with her all the time. My daughter doesn't. I do. And it's her dog. And she sheds a lot, which I didn't think she was going to, but she does. Why do you have to shed? So now I'm just drawing it, and, that's all I do. And, I use my heat gun. I'm going to put her down, but she's going to start barking again. You watch. I use my heat gun, but you can use a hair dryer, and that's a dry brush. And what am I using? I don't know. I'm shaking up something. More magenta. No, honey. I just put you down. We're not doing that. Go. All right, so now I'm going back in our hair. We're working on our hair. And I'm taking some black. It's licorice, the one I'm using, but it's all, whatever black you have. And I'm going to darken the color up. Now, use the littlest bit of black that you can, because black, if you use a lot, is a lot. It can be very overpowering of the color. And now I'm going in, and I'm adding a part, and I'm going in and adding some, honey, stop. She doesn't want to lay with you. Adding a part and some of the lines, to make it look like strands, I guess, or shadow of, like we all do. Roots, I guess. I don't know. I love the way it came out, though. So like I said, I'm going to be playing more with this idea, because this isn't my gig. I usually do one hairstyle when I paint, and it's like, girl, you done? Or I'll do wavy. And I just keep going back in with that color. And you're going to see I make a million different piles of this color, because I go in. And just add more dimension. Add more of the pink, more of the magenta, more of the black, getting it going. Because, like at your root section, it's always a little darker, like your new growth, if you color your hair. If you're lucky and you don't have to, go for you. Although my daughter keeps telling me where were we the other day? Oh, we went to meet Danielle. I think I told you guys. And as we're getting ready to go, my daughter's like, you should have dyed your hair. You should see the gray. I'm like, thank you. That's what I want to hear right before I go meet somebody that I met on YouTube. So yeah, so I'm just putting it in. I'm doing it dry. I'm not wetting the brush. You'll see me dip a little teeny bit coming in of water as it dries out fast. But I'm just going and adding it everywhere. And it did. It came out good. I was very happy. It would be helpful if I did it on camera. What do you think? Huh? What am I hiding? Some little secret ingredient or something? What the heck am I even doing? That's because I was painting for my, like, I was recording, but I mean, I was, I was painting. It wasn't like I was doing a video, which I probably even do in a video. I would have been doing this. I'm a mess. What can I say? And just keep painting. Adding all the different colors in and a little bit of white to lighten it up, and you could see it kind of come to life. It really came out good. And then when I use a marker coming up, something in my throat, please don't let it be a dog hair. That was a joke. I tell you what, I was sick, a month ago? Maybe less. And I still am congested. My throat is still scratchy. My ear still hurts. It's weird. And I took the antibiotic and everything. It's just like lingering. I'm not bad like I was. I have a voice now. I couldn't talk for 4 days. My family was thrilled. But, I still feel like I don't feel like 100%. Something exciting, though, while I'm doing this hair and just going back and forth with these colors is, well, not really, well, my RA doctor, matter of fact, I recorded a vlog of me going and I never put it up, but my RA doctor, mine and Emily's RA doctor, 5-6 months ago said, oh, we're not taking your insurance anymore. You got to find another doctor, which was heartbreaking because I loved her. But so we found another RA doctor and it took months and months to get an appointment. So our appointment was like December 12th or something like that, 13th. And so we went, and our appointment apiece, and she ended up being fantastic, so wonderful. Listened, like I said, she took an hour. She examined us and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really happy like that it ended up being this way. And I always say to people like, oh, I know it seems like a bad thing at the time, but like it's always, like the universe works in weird ways and maybe it's better in the end and la la la. But we all liked her a lot. So I'm really glad. I gotta get tons of tests and tons of stuff done, but that's all right. I just hate going because it always reminds me that, I got stuff going on and I'm ill. Gotta love fibro and RA, right? So, yeah, so that was a good thing. Always try to look at the good, right? That's what, sometimes people will leave a comment and they, whatever they say, like, oh, that's the worst thing in the world, whatever. And I'm like, I like sit here and read. I'm like, don't you know I'm disabled? My hands don't work. Okay, so now it's dry. So now comes this magical. I love this stuff. I'm going to pour it all over myself. It's called Treasure Gold. And it is, the color is gold. I thought it might have been bright gold or antique or something. But it's just gold. And this is where I go in and I put some on top of her, like eyelids, like in her crease, so to say. And it really makes the color come out like a, I don't know, like a coppery brown underneath. Oh, it come out so pretty. So I put it on there. I'm just dabbing it around everywhere. I like to add it in different places. So now you're going to hear the dogs wrestling. Now Yoshi, who wouldn't let her lay with her, is now going out and they're going to play for a bit. Welcome to having animals. Oh, good. They're going to squeak. So I'm adding a little bit of the gold in the eyes. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I'm going to probably quit talking and put music to the rest because I don't want you guys to have to listen to my dogs wrestle and play. It's terrible. But I'm just adding some of that gold in the eyes because Emily's eyes, she has gold in hers, and, you know, just in a little bit of the heart and that kind of thing. So they're going to be quiet. I don't know. I'm just smudging it around so you can see it at different angles. Do you know what I'm saying? Rubbing it. Loves to be rubbed. And like I said, I decided to put Be Your Own Hero. I think that's important. It's only us that we can make each other, you know, make ourselves happy. We can't depend on other people. Other people can assist us in having a good life or a happy life, but at the end of the day, if you're not happy with yourself, and I know that. That's why I'm going head strong on keto, and get this weight off that I regained and start doing all that again. I gave up. It was just, I started getting stressed and this and that and health stuff. So we just kind of gave up, I guess. And I don't want to. I want to get some weight off. So now I'm just drawing it, and I'll put the words on, you'll see, and it's nothing too exciting. But as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. If you are interested in buying her, she is over at my Etsy. The link will be at the end of this video. It comes up as a little clickable thing or down below. And again, let me know if you want the amethyst crystal or not. Just a little piece. And that'll come with it. And yeah, I look forward to us doing some journaling together and that kind of stuff. I'm very excited. I'm going to go out and get my journal, and you don't need to get a new journal. You can use whatever you have, a magazine, and just, you know, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm excited. So I look forward to doing this with you guys. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this. I'd appreciate it. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment, and in that comment use the word green. And yeah, so I will see you in my next video. I'm going to try to add music to the rest of this, otherwise it shall be silent. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, these dogs, I don't want them, I can't believe that they've been doing this the whole video. Oh, by the way, I'm putting highlights in her eyes because I always do that. I think it's important. It gives them a little, I don't know, it gives them a little life to their eyes. So, all right, guys, I love you. Bye.